What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another portfolio update. In this video, I'm going to take you through all the moves I made today. We're going to look at, since it's Friday, we're going to evaluate each position in the portfolio, so all 7 stocks, and just look at, am I looking to add any shares? Am I looking to sell any? Do I think they're over or undervalued? We'll also evaluate the crypto portfolio as Bitcoin breaks 60,000 again today. And we'll go from there. If you guys could gently destroy the like button, that would be amazing. It's the main thing that will help grow the channel, so I am very appreciative of that. Today we're up $1,000 in the main account. The main movement for today came from Palantir, up another 2%, Shopify up 1.5%, Riot up 3%. And that was all for the main portfolio. Cash is now up nicely to 11,600. So the first thing that I did in this portfolio today was close out the 230 Tesla cover calls. I paid back $35. So the final P&L on this cover call campaign was 94.68% for $551. So that was a very successful cover call campaign on Tesla. It was really flirting with 230 right at the end of the day. I think it actually closed above 230, so I closed it out a little bit, or excuse me, about 4 o'clock, not 230. So at about 3:30 is when I actually closed these out, and it ended up closing above 230, so it's a good thing that I did. So I decided to open a new round of cover calls for 10/18, 2 contracts, strike price of 260, and collected 1,576 in premium. Obviously, these premiums are extremely juiced up because of the Tesla event next month. I decided to include the event in this contract because I think that Tesla will end up rallying into that event, but I don't think it's going to start quite yet. And so obviously, if I'm expecting maybe some more market weakness in the next 1 to 2 weeks, it would be to my benefit to sell a monthly contract and have that premium sucked out instead of a weekly contract. If this was coming up to another event such as an earnings or something like that, I would just do weeklies. But I think Tesla right now could see some weakness over the next week or two, and then rally into the last week prior to the event. So that's why I decided to do a monthly contract. I also sold 1 contract Shopify cover call, 75 strike price, collected 238 on that one. So just looking at these 2 charts, here's the Shopify. So I see some resistance in this 75, 76 area. It's nice to see Shopify back above its 50 and its 200 moving average. So that's definitely positive. And then Tesla back above its 200 and its 50 moving average. So both of those stocks are definitely trending in the right direction. It'll be interesting to see if we get to this 270 level that we did last time prior to the event next month. So that was all the moves in this portfolio. Just wanted to look at each position really quickly. There's only 7 of them. I don't really count Riot as a position because I'm just waiting to get rid of that one. So Amazon up 49%, cost basis 125. Just sitting on these shares. Happy with the 400. Glad I added back at the 165 level when it dipped a few weeks ago. Tesla up 15%, cost basis 198. Not looking to add any Tesla. Microsoft up 52%, cost basis $281. Not looking to add any Microsoft. Palantir up 144%, cost basis $14.61. Looking to add to Palantir on dips. when it comes to major moving averages such as 50 and 200 until this gets to $50,000. Shopify up 8%, cost basis 67. Glad that I added on, let's see, on September 9th, I bought 22 more shares, covered this on the video at 68. And now we've rallied up to the low 70s, so that turned out to be a good buy. Looking to bring this to 500 shares and then see where we go from there. Definitely can see myself adding in the future, but just want to get some more price action. CrowdStrike up 117%, cost basis 119. I will add to CrowdStrike in the 225 or less. Meta up 21%, cost basis 430. Not looking to add any Meta. Riot down 18%, cost basis 894. As soon as I get back to 850 or above, Riot is gone. I don't want to have a scenario where Bitcoin performs and Riot lags, which seems to me right now, for some reason, Riot is underperforming in both ways. So Bitcoin drops a little, Riot drops a lot, and then Bitcoin goes up a little and it kind of keeps pace with Bitcoin. So you're really not gaining any advantage right now being in Riot. Doesn't mean it won't outperform Bitcoin over the next year during this bull run, but it's not something that I need to, that I'm looking to build into a big position, so it's not worth me having in the portfolio at all. So that's a wrap on the portfolio. The crypto portfolio is at an all-time high right now, 110,688. With this recent rally, let's see, the main movers of this portfolio today was Dog with Hat up 5%, Brett up 3.5%, Ethereum up 3.5%, Echelon Prime up 5%, Aerodrome Finance up 15%, Ondo up 3%. Very happy with my holdings and how everything's performing. I pretty much documented how I'm out of cash for the most part. I do have the money in the stock account that I could transfer. Only changes so that would be about $10,000 more. And then when Riot gets liquidated, we'll see where we're at that point. If I want to allocate that $10,000 to this portfolio, or if there's any of my favorite stocks on discount at that point. When I get back to Ethereum, when I get back to my near my basis, which is about 9,500 or so, as far as how much money I have into Ethereum's going to get liquidated, and that will get split between everything. So a little into Render, a little into Ondo, a little into Airdrome, a little into so on and so forth. So definitely happy with that. We'll see what happens with Bitcoin this weekend. It broke 60,000 this evening. Okay, for the Little Robinhood. This is basically the degen portfolio. I might start calling this the degen portfolio. This is where I'm going to do spreads and then hold certain allocations that are more risky in nature. So the Celsius leaps were up 5% today, still down 24% on those. Once this gets back to near $40 or so, I'm going to start selling some calls on these leaps. And then the Ethereum ETF 2x leverage was up 6% today. So now we are just about one good Ethereum day away from being back in the black on this one. So we're only down 10%. So nice to see that. Lastly, let's look at the expiring options. So in the near term, we still have the Tesla 260s, Shopify. We now have 73 calls and 75 calls. Definitely happy with the outcome of Shopify. So I was able to sell another call today, bring in even more premium, and still leave myself with one final batch of 100 shares to sell a final cover call if it rallies past the 73, 75 level. So definitely happy with the execution on Shopify. Riot not selling any calls because I am looking to get rid of that as soon as possible. Palantir, we have the 25 calls expiring on the 27th, and then 34 and 19 calls out in the distance. Intel has turned around nicely, so we're now up 43% for $101. Enphase, we have the 110 calls expiring next Friday, so that's probably going to come down right to the buzzer. Might have to roll those out, might not, so we'll see. Celsius, we have the 43 puts, going to have to roll those next week for sure. And then Amazon have the 150 calls and the 190 calls. So definitely good there. That's all for today's video, you guys. If you have any comments, as always, drop them down below. I always answer all of the comments. I will see you guys next week. I hope everyone has a blessed and safe weekend. And as always, take care and God bless.